everybody, my name is Dakota Vega and welcome to the Midwest F1 League. We are not in Division 5, we are not in Division 4, we are in Division 3, we are not in Division 2, we are in Division 1! We are at the top of the table. Division 1, live from Portugal. Here in the Midwest F1 League. This is my 5th different div. And I'm calling every single one of them. Oh my god, this is so awesome. There's so many names that I remember, that I'm familiar with. Alright, stream links being sent around, so we have ourselves set up here. Oh man, and here's the thing about this, I've raced so many of these people. I know these people, I know all of them. I know Helg partially runs the league. Been here since day one, and I've raced him a few times in my couple of D1 starts back in Season 2. Cake is one of my boys. Me and him run the GT Sports side, which is running tomorrow at Le Mans. Will, pretty, I don't know him too well, but he's cool. Jin, I don't know this guy. Bacon's my boy, for sure. Mega respect for the Bacon. Matt Rosie, no, I know Matt a little bit. Like, I raced him probably once or twice. Detail, he was in the lower divisions when I was racing. Hash was I raced Hash in D3 a couple of times when I was in the Renault in D3. He was real quick. Jacko is the fucking king of F2. You know him. You know, all these people are familiar to me. Of course, we're only missing Super. Watching the end of the duel here in Daytona. 2 to go. Fuck it, we'll call the duel. Why the fuck not? Coming to the white flag, Logano, Buscher, McDowell, and Burton. Going around the outside of the lap car of Harvick, white flag is in the air. Logano sticking to the outside here as Timmy Hill goes or David Reagan goes a second lap down. Round the outside, Buscher slips to the inside, and Logano wrecks himself, the fucking idiot! The idiot! And Michael McDowell wins the duel! Who wins the duel? Why the fuck is Logano mad at himself? Why is he mad? Fucking blocked in the middle of a corner and fucking dug his ass out. Does Buscher win? Greg Biffle's in the fucking Daytona 500. Oh my god. I don't even know. I can't tell who won. I'm looking to this replay, this fucking accident of Logano just being a moron, and Buescher comes down and is very clearly there. I mean, how stupid? How fucking stupid? The ready up call has been made. And we are in. Chris Buescher wins the second duel at Daytona. Okay. Qualifying from Portimao. It is cloudy. I'm hearing rain. Oh my god, this fucking track is only... There's never a dry fucking second on this track. Possible rain at the end is the report from Will. So we wait for the first driver to exit the pits. It will be the Williams of... Jacko is going to be the first to come out here. Lap data will be up. Telemetry will not be up, just for the sake of a little bit of clarity on the screen. So Jacko heads through the second DRS zone. 3 cars at the moment out on track. Jacko started his career in D2, and as Super makes his arrival, started in the first season in D2, won that title. I think went immediately into D1 and won the D1 title because he's Jacko and he is insanely good at this. Was pretty much the undisputed king of Formula 2, and he will be the driver that gets our first lap, and is our little tradition with me. The first lap of qualifying will be done with no commentary and a full onboard Crank it up, boys. Let's have a hot lap around Portimao. Jacko setting the pace early here. His lap will be a valid 1:17.705. The other Mercedes, Scavney's going to come across 9/10 down on there. Next car to come across is Jinnit, who's all the way at the bottom. Going to try and catch him before he gets his lap done. Murph goes second fastest. The two Haas's coming across, neither of them on flyers though. One of the Alpha Tauris coming across. That was JC, who is retired. Did he have a qualifying ban or something? Rods goes to the top by about 8/10. Here comes Dace. He's going to be on it. I don't think it's Dace. I think it's Dace. I'm too Italian for this world. One of the McLarens, Rosie's coming out here on a flyer on the medium tire. We'll see how his lap looks. It's strong, very much strong. Second fastest by just 0.03 of a second. And the Alfa Romeo coming across here to start a lap. Smith starting another one. Held invalid there. Next car to come across will be the other Williams. It's Jacko. Third fastest. I wouldn't be surprised he's on an in-lap. Jinnit should be the next one to come across. He is on a flyer. Come across here out of the final turn. The lap time will be a 1:17.64. Not quite enough for the top of the board. One of the Haas's, Will's going to come across, go third fastest with a 17:48. Now it'll be Bacon coming to the line, 22:47. There must have been an error on that lap. Here comes Dace. He's coming across. To the line. Strong lap for the Alpha Tauri. Third fastest with a 17:30. Rods comes into the pits. Next car across is going to be Rosie, looking to improve. No. Comes into the pits. Both Zooey and Joker are on flyers here. Zooey comes across. He will set 8th fastest lap time. Mystic to the top. And after spending 3 weeks, I believe it was, out of action with an injury, time not wasted. Mystic Joker in the Alfa Romeo back to the top by over 4/10. That is how you make a comeback. Cake on an out lap. Hash retires. Tex just set us a purple first sector. This may be something to take a look at. Jinnit coming across, comes into the pits. Smith, I think, just had an off in turn 4. Who else is coming across? The other Alpha's coming across. Detail you good. Dace coming across. He's on an in-lap. The next car is the other Red Bull. It is Text. He is on a purple sector 1 and a purple sector 2. This could be the one if he just keeps it valid, keeps it good through turn 15. Now 16. keeps it clean. The wing scraping the bottom of the track. Coming to the line. It is a beautiful lap. It is pole position for the Red Bull at the line. Here comes Cake. Does Cake have anything to say about it? Car off in the second sector, around turn 7, turn 8. Coming to the line, Cake will set a 1784, puts him 11th. One of the McLarens coming across now. It is Smith. He's going to come into the pits. Details starting a lap. Hold on, a Scavney on an out lap. Bacon currently 5th. Definitely didn't catch the lap where he set that time. Coming across on an out lap. Is Jacko coming through? Jacko's coming through to start a lap as well. The other Red Bull text is just chilling over here. Next one to come across would be... Next one to come across... I'm looking for drivers that are coming across on a lap. Is Yol coming? Yol's coming across on a lap. Here comes Yolmer. Yolmer. He's going to come across. This is a good lap. Puts him 7th fastest. Mercedes coming across as well. It is 11th for Helg. Scavney's coming across. Just set a purple sector 2. Keep an eye out for the Mercedes. Coming to the line at the stripe. Fast lap here. Puts him 5th fastest. Here comes Will. He's on an out lap though. Jacko invalidated that lap. Yellow at the end of the first sector. It's Murph. I think he's just trying to let people go. Yes, letting faster cars by. Dace is coming through. Rods is looking to make some time up here. He is looking for pole. He is on pace for pole. Out of the final turn into the stripe. At the line. Pole time by 3/10 to Rods. Now coming across the line though is going to be Helg in the Mercedes. 2/10 up and opts out of the lap. Rosie coming across. He goes pole by a more than a 1/10.5. Next car to come across is going to be Scavney. Scavney trying to improve here. Won't improve too far. Probably wouldn't make a gain in position with this lap. So he's going to dive into the pits. Jenna is on an out lap right now. Starting his 7:17 left in the session. Now 7:15. Next coming across, one of the Hasses is coming across. Will coming across. Didn't have a good lap there. It's your boy. Super's going for it. I want to watch this lap, but I'm also obliged to show you what Murph is doing at the moment. Or maybe it's not that. Maybe it's not as peripheral. Smith just set a purple sector too. Rods is off, so let's focus on the boy. The Alpine of Super in the 14. See where Smith puts the car. It is going to be at the line, 5th fastest for the for the McLaren. What am I talking about? Here comes Jennett. Jennett's on a run. Solid lap coming here. At the line, 5th fastest. But here comes Joker. to the line. Does he improve on fourth? He should. He'll go up to third over Text. Then at the bottom, Sui decides to pit. Will coming across decides to pit. Or was that just went across? I think that was Jacko. Jacko's coming across here. He's on an in lap though. Text is on an out lap. Oh, and Cake is spinning in turn 8. Definitely got on the power a little bit early there. Dace coming across. Not sure if he's gaining or not. He is pitting is what he's doing. Here comes Super. Looking to set a solid time here. He will end up bringing this car across the line and will go 16th fastest. And that is his one and only lap. So he will probably be starting at the back of the field here, as he's not allowed to set 2 laps. I don't know if anybody's told him that though. Detail is off. Letting slow cars go, or letting faster cars by. Scavney coming across the line. Sets a 17:21. Text coming across. Actually, no. Cake coming across. He's pitting. Next car will be Text. He's a 10th up. He could possibly, if he gains a lot more time through the last couple of corners here, he could move himself up into the top 3. Back over Mystic. Coming across to the line at the stripe. Strong lap here. Doesn't improve enough to get past Mystic. So now it is the Alpine running off here. Super is on a flyer. Somebody needs to tell him he's not allowed to be on a flyer. Oh, he's coming in. Okay, we're good. Held coming across here. Not a bad lap at the moment. Doesn't look too bad. Gonna come out to the line at the stripe. It will be 7th fastest at the moment. However, it's Scavney next to come across. Yellow flags in the third sector. Detail is retired. Second sector. Will has looped it in turn 8. Scavney trying to come across. Goes faster but doesn't improve position. Rod's on an out lap here. Lots of drivers. Bunch of drivers now trying to get in with 3 minutes to go in the session. Sui is out of the session. 3 cars at the back of the grid here, all trying to put laps in. Yola's one of them. The 2 Hasses are the other ones. Bacon's on an out lap. Will is on a probably in lap. Actually going to get a tow from his teammate here. That's good to have the tow. However, they're both on hot laps. Bacon drops out of the hot lap to let Will through. Next car on a flyer is Scavney, who has just set a purple sector 2. 72 thousandths up on the last run. Through the final turn. Coming down to the stripe at the line. Still only 10th fastest. Next car to come across is going to be Smith. He's on an out lap though. Next car also would be this is Rods. He is invalidated, so he's going to be prioritizing this lap and the start of this lap. Cake on an out lap as well. Lots of drivers on out laps here. Will is on a flyer, and it doesn't look like a bad one either. Down the hill and then back up it again to the stripe at the line. It will be no better. 14th fastest. Rosie sets an even faster pole time. Any gains back at the top? No. Joker on an out lap. Next car to come across is going to be Joker. Next car to come across on a flyer is going to be Dace. Coming to the line at the stripe, it's gonna be 6th fastest with a purple sector 3. Selly improved, but not to any higher than 13th. Jinnit on the outlap. Scavney on his way in. Smith invalidates. He's going to be looking to maximize his way into this one. Rod's trying to find a couple of tenths of a second. I don't know if he can do it, though. Through the final turn. Cuts the track as much as he can. Makes it as small as possible. Improves, but not to the pole position. Will looking to make some improvements on his lap here. Last time to come across. It puts him 10th. Bacon coming across. Does he find a way to improve? Coming to the line. He can go up 1 spot. Smith is 2/10 up. Rosie is on provisional pole. Here comes Joker. He invalidated it. Murph, the only driver looking to get himself into the top 10 or be stuck out of it. Coming to the line, a strong lap here puts him 11th. Jinnit coming across, invalidated the lap, pushed it a little too hard. Dace is done. Next car coming across will be Smith. He's 2/10 up. This could put him as high as 5th or 4th. This could put him 5th. If he can hold this pace to the stripe. Smith in the McLaren puts it 5th from 9th, puts it 5th. Yole coming across. He was 4,000th up in the last sector. To the line. It's gonna be 6th fastest. And I believe that will do it. Matt Rosie puts it on provisional pole with a 1:15.985. A fantastic lap. So as we wait for the final few cars to come across, 2 drivers did not set lap times, and that was JC and Hash. Detail set a lap and retired early. Sui set a lap and retired early. Super is going to qualify at 16th at such a tricky track, as the time will run out here. So we wait the next 19 seconds. We're good. So let's just run you through the results here. Rosie, Rods, Joker, Text, Smith, Yole, Jinnit, Dace, Held, Will, Murph, Scavney, Bacon, Jacko, Cake, Super, Sui, Detail, JC, and Hash is your qualifying lineup. They all set times on the sauce, which means Rosie, Rods, Joker, Text, Smith, Yole, Jinnit, Dace, Helg, and Will be starting on these soft compound tires, the exact same set. However, the 10 behind them get to start on whatever tire compound they really feel like. So I'm going to crack the drink. It's water, I promise. So now we wait for the drivers. The weather is dry, cloudy but dry. And as we wait for the drivers to get their strategies in and for a race official to ready up and set this lobby into motion. X has been pressed. Somebody, I think, did that early. So, we will take a look at what tires everybody is on once we get the start here. It'll be a quick formation lap. Won't last very long. So, lay out there. So, if we look back, top 10 all on softs. Murph, Scapney go for medium tires. Bacon goes for a fresh set of softs. Jacko and Cake go on the mediums. Super going for the softs, not the super softs though. JC on the softs, even though where the fuck is he going? Sui goes on to the mediums. The only driver on the hard compound tire for this race will be Detail. And then at the back of the back, it is Hash, who has managed to pass a couple of drivers for some reason. So the strategy looks like soft. It looks like sometimes 2 stops for a couple of these guys who are looking to make 2 stops in this race. So as we look here to Matt Rosie, who sits in D1. Let's take a look at the point situation really quickly while we can, if we can. Drivers' Championship as of Belgium. Scavney with the lead by 5 points over Rods, Hash, Cake, Bacon, Jacko, Joker, Detail, Blackley, and Smith is your top 10. However, those are separated by over 220 points. So we are ready. Drivers are getting ready, lined up already. For this race. Cars getting themselves acquainted here. I don't know why this camera angle is so weird. So everybody's switching over to their proper side of the track. Drivers will kind of swing out. Whoop, like a vending machine. Blip, blip, blip. Glub glub goes the vending machine. Don't question me. So we should be ready here. And we wait for the little reset here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D1, let's go racing in Portimao. It is lights out and away we go. Couple cars getting bad starts, couple cars getting great starts. It's going to be Rosie clear in the back. They're going to shuffle around back here. 3 and 4 wide. Drivers trying not to make contact. Dace makes contact. Dace is going to go spinning. The AlphaTauri goes around. The AlphaTauri going around for the middle of the pack. Back up at the front, it's all Rosie. Joker trying to go up the inside of the Aston Martin of Rods. He's going to clear that. Back for about 5th, 6th place. That's going to be Jinnit going around Smith. Argy Bargy in the back here. Bacon trying to make up a place around Murph. Everybody has kept it clean mostly so far. And Jacko gets a jumped start. Jacko jumped the start. Any moves looking to be made through here? Yes, it's going to be Super trying to make a move on Cake. On board with the 16-year-old out of Mississippi. He's going to go around the outside and turn 15. What a move! Super from the back of the grid to up into, where is he now? He is up to 12 plus 4 right there. Blackley is gone up 2. He's going to get some pressure from Suey, though. Not enough for it to really make a horrible difference. Jacko serves the drive-through, so it is Rosie clear by a second, followed by 2 more drivers. Followed by actually like 18 more drivers. Nobody really seems to be interested in making a move at the moment. Well, nobody's really close enough to be making moves. The Alpha Tower of Dace recovered really well from a spin to be able to be right back up on the tail here of the Alpha Tower of the Alpine. Oh, and it's a big crash for Blackley! And that was a big crash. The VSC has been deployed, and that was a huge off. I don't know what happened, but he lost control through turn 9, and that is a massive, massive off. And the VSC has been deployed. I'll keep my eyes peeled in the chat to see what happened. Blackley is gone after just 2 laps. Our first retirement of the day is the Alpha Tauri, as Dace comes into pit. They're going to put some fresh tires on him here as the sun will start to come out. It'll be the medium compound. And away he goes, waiting for the VSC to be cleared as they reapproach the section where JC had his accident. So as the sun shines, it looks like we might be ready to go back racing here any moment. And the green flag is back in the air. Our driver is going to be looking to be opportunistic right at the right post of the safety car. Doesn't look like it. So for this 33 lapper here at the circuit, something Algarve. I don't know how you say it, but Rosie leads by 8/10. DRS is enabled, so Joker will be getting a wing opened up. Down in the inside, we'll see some DRS moves here. There goes Yol trying to go around the inside of Smith. That is a job well done. DRS back at this zone here, so we may be able to see Smith make a move back on the Williams, but it doesn't look like that move is going to be able to be made. Nobody really within closing distance of anybody else. Tech's currently sitting 4th on the soft tire. All of the top 10 on the soft tire. Actually, there's probably a couple of drivers outside the top 10 on the soft tire. Down into turn 13. Or 14. This is 14, and then 15 is, I think, the second apex. Now turn 16. Coming across to complete the 4th lap here in Portimao. Joker sets the fastest lap. He is trying to close up on this McLaren. He's closing, but just can't make a move work. Hard defense here from the Williams of Yol on against the McLaren. 3 seconds for Jennett. Here comes up the inside. The McLaren, the Mercedes, not the McLaren, almost goes around off of Will. But they all keep it clean. Super trying to make his way around the Ferrari of Murph. See if anybody feels like making a move to the inside. Here comes Held down the inside of Bacon, or if that's Will. They're going to stay side by side, and Will's going to hold on to the position for the moment. They stay side by side. And Will manages to hold on. Bacon tried to throw it up the bottom there. Up the bottom, up the inside. That was... Super going up the inside. Do they make contact? No! On board with the Alpine, trying to go around the outside of the Ferrari. Runs a little off track, but he's going to have the advantage through this corner. Loses the grip of the car, and he's going to go back and have to hold the spot. Now, the other Mercedes getting pressure. Back up at the front of the field. Joker is going to have something for the McLaren. Take a look at this to the outside through the first turn. And Joker goes a little off track, but makes the spot work. And Mystic Joker is to the front. In his first race in a long time, he is leading the Portuguese Grand Prix. And this scrap around 9th through about 13th, 14th continues. Bacon opting against the use of DRS to protect his own teammate. Doesn't want to have a fight with the teammate. Just wants to be able to preserve as many points for Haas as possible. Rosie keeping close tabs on the Alfa Romeo, not letting him go too far. Rod's a similar way. Rod's closing in a little bit. He's closer to Rosie than Rosie is to Joker, so we may be able to see something here. Joker defending hard. Rod's trying to defend. Rosie looking for a way through, just nothing he can do. For 6th place now, Smith goes around. Back here, this scuffle, this little pack here between, 9th and whatever, is something. They're fighting for the lead here. Almost missed it. Think Rosie went up the inside in turn 5. Now Rosie's going to look for a new way around. He may not get the opportunity until about maybe even turn 11, but he's got to get a strong run off turn 8 through turn 9. Can't make any moves work at the moment. Let's go on board with the McLaren. Using up all the curb that he can. Keeping an eye back here on the Aston Martin, trying to make a move. A lot of curb being taken by the McLaren. Overtake mode is active, and as they go over the crest, takes it off a little bit. He's got to manage the battery. DRS will be wide open, but it will be wide open for Rods as well. Here comes the McLaren with the speed. The straight line advantage. Decides not to make the move. Does anybody else feel like making a move? Down into the first turn. Here you go. Back here, it's going to be Scavney and Super going at it. And Scavney's going to have that spot. So let me just get rid of this. Back up at the front, it is a 4-car little train here of drivers that are just trying to keep themselves in line, but not trying to make any bold moves so far. As they head up through into turn 13. Now 14. I think this is actually 50 in the last corner. Through turn 15 here. Rosie is going to have some advantage here. He's really close. This is going to be it. Rosie slips to the right side and to the lead once again. It's going to be Rosie. But I don't think Joker's going to let him go this easy. He's going to try and optimize turn 3. Now up through turn 4. Joker's going to have DRS again. Bad corner there. Bad turn 4 for the McLaren. Take a look at this. Down to the inside. Joker going at it again. In turn 5 this time. Can he make it work? They're getting really close up there. But Rosie is going to clear. Not quite. Through turn 6, Rosie clears. Fantastic racing at the lead. Joker's going to try it around the outside of turn 8. If he can make this work, this is a magnificent overtake. Through turn 9. He can't make it stick, but he's still holding on. Around the outside, do you believe it? Unbelievable! Around the outside of turn 11. That is D1. Now Tex is going to put the pressure on Rosie. Is Tex going to do anything? Is he going to get on the button? Here comes Rosie again. He's going to go back to the inside in turn 1. Joker trying to hang it tough around the outside. Into turn 3, Joker holds on. What a move! What a sequence! Joker's gonna have him. Here comes Rosie again. I can't even speak with this. Back down to the inside. Here comes the McLaren again. Into turn 5. They're still hanging on to each other. Neither driver willing to give an inch here in Portimao. They nearly make contact. Joker still holding on the inside. Has to give way. Back to the front is the McLaren. That is incredible racing. Now Tex wants a little bit of the action. Tries to maximize turn 11. Helga's retired from the session. There's been an accident. Now it is the 4 again. Something happened to Rods back there. Super is out of the session. Not sure what happened there. Dace is out as well. We've got 2 retirements. I'm not sure if we're going to get a safety car for that or not. Tex trying to close up on Joker. Can he make the move work? No, at the moment. Safety car has been deployed. The safety car is out after the incident that we were not able to capture there between... Looked like it was I think it was 2 separate incidents because Dace went around in turn 6, or had his incident in turn 6, while Hell had it in turn 8, almost turn 9. So I'm not quite sure if they correlate, but they combine to create a safety car. Here in Portimao. So the safety car deployed. Let's see what the strategies are. Everybody's going to come into the pits here. Jinnit is going to follow. It's going to be a really difficult double stack here for Aston Martin. How is this going to go for the Astons? We wait to see Jinnit, and Jinnit has to wait, and they just don't have the tires ready. That is a slow stop. It's going to cost him a little bit of time, but thankfully it's not going to cost him a place, despite the unsafe rejoin. Sui decides to stay out here. He's going to end up behind his teammate Joker. Hash and Super stayed out. Super stayed out because this is not him. This is his AI. Hash has stayed out on the medium tire. He goes from the back to the front. Although this may actually be super. He may be. No, it can't be. It can't be. Yeah, this is definitely an AI. It's definitely a lagged out AI. Comments. I need to read your comments. What are your comments? Go Sui. Yeah, go Sui. He's good. He's good. He's getting it. He's fourth. Good shit on him. Credit for making a pretty bold strategy call here after 12 laps. I'd have pitted. I don't know how the tires are looking for. How the tires are looking for Sui or for Super, who is now 12 laps old on the medium tires, or on the soft tires. Hash, who is controlling his own car, is probably well conscious of what he's got going on. So we've got Ferrari, Alpine, McLaren, Alfa, Red Bull, Aston, McLaren, Williams in the top 10, then Haas, Ferrari, Haas, Alpine, Mercedes, Red Bull, Williams, and then it is Mercedes, AlphaTauri that have gone out of the race. So it is probably the most likely that we're going to have the safety car coming in this lap. The Mercedes-Benz AMG GTS safety car. Or is it just the GT? I don't know, I don't care. Gonna have to see how the drivers manage the AI of Super. There's a beautiful shot. Get a screenshot, because why the hell not? The safety car in this lap? No, safety car is going to be in at the end of lap 14. Will be when we get ourselves a safety car. Coming in more green flag racing from Portimao. We will have 19 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Oh, it's coming in now. We'll have 20 laps. Okay, that's a really late in, but the game determines this is when the safety car can come in now. So we wait for when Hash will come out and make his run. It is going to be now. Green flag back in the air for the Portuguese Grand Prix of D1. Drivers are going to be trying to make gains wherever they can through all sorts of the track. Car running wide here. Sui's trying to hold on to any position he can. Rods goes trying to get around the Red Bull of Text. This is going to get dicey. Rosie is past the Alpine. Still getting pretty dicey back here between the two Haas's and the Ferrari. Both those Haas's have been inseparable here in Portugal. And now Joker's going to have to try and find a way around the AI. But now it is all on Rosie to try and make his way easily and swiftly around the Ferrari of Hash, who no doubt will give it everything he's got to try and hold on to the track position. Down the main straight. On board with the McLaren. Isn't even using overtake, just holding his own. Back here, 3 wide. Have a look at this. for 7th place. Nearly making contact. Yol has to go wide. Look at this. They're still making contact back here. Sui's fallen like a cinder block in a 2-foot creek, I think was the quote. But he is holding strong. Here comes Rosie. He's going to try and go around the inside out of turn 6. He's going to cut back through the outside, trying to find a way around Hash, but can't at the moment. And this is allowing Joker to close and close and close. Hash got loose out of turn 8, and that's going to allow Rosie to come through. And they won't show me what the fuck's going on. Joker now has to struggle to get around the Ferrari. It's going to be around the outside perhaps. He's going to have to get onto the button here, and he is on the button. Can't close up on the Ferrari though, not enough for it to matter. Take a look here. Bacon's going to try and go around Murph. Can't make the move work. And, I mean, so we'll see what Joker can do with the DRS. Swings to the inside. Hash trying to defend. Can't make anything work at the moment. And this is just allowing the McLaren of Rosie to just get away with it. We're not being shown an interval, so I'll just leave it. It's a big gap here, and it's not just Hash just getting in the way on the old tires, and all the old tires, not the preferred compound of tires, even though they're both, it's medium versus medium. The medium's all the way back. See how Joker wants to deal with this situation. He's going to get back onto the button here, use everything he's got. DRS is going to be cracked wide open. Goes to the left, and it is a job well done. Back for 4th place. Tex trying to go around the Aston Martin. Ron's trying to hang tough, but he can't make the move work. He's going to try and cross him over. And into turn 3, job done for the McLaren, and now Tex has to deal with the Ferrari of Hash. Back onto the button and DRS open. A little bit of argy-bargy here for 3rd place. Rod's made a little bit of contact with Tex, who made a little bit of contact with Hash. Got to see how these drivers are going to make their way around this Ferrari, who's definitely at the disadvantage with the older tire compound. And Hash must have made a mistake in turn 13, but he's not going to let him have it. Here comes Rods up the inside of the Red Bull for 4th place. They're going to be side by side. Tex has to let him go, but I can guarantee you he's going to be back on the button. DRS open, onto the button. Rods is going to try and go around. They're both going to try and get around Hash. They do. They both make it work. So now Hash slowly being dispatched of by the drivers on the fresher tires. As we've got telemetry now. We've got lap data. Gap is 1.8 seconds for Joker to Rosie. $18 complete. Or 17 complete, about 17 and a half if you really think about it. Like that. It's 3 seconds for Super. So now Rods has to make his way and try and get up to Joker, but Joker is falling back away from Rosie. Texas put a little bit of pressure at the Aston Martin here. Shows his cards, but not all of them. Going on. This is looking pretty tight here. Smith trying to get around Hash, but Hash is not having a single bit of it. Into turn 8. All these drivers trying to keep it tight and tidy through turn 8, which is such a tricky corner. Back onto the brakes for turn 13, now 14 for the McLaren, trying to make his way around Hash. The gap just 4/10. He's got to have a much smoother turn 15. Onto the button goes the McLaren, and this looks like it could be just an easy job done to the outside. Hash is gonna he's not gonna let him go, but he went anyways. Hash must have made a mistake because he lost a lot of time there, and now Yoel's gonna give him a nudge through turn 3, and Hash is just not done falling here in Portimao. Rosie making gains up here against the McLaren, against the Alfa Romeo in the McLaren. I guarantee you that Hash is not done fighting yet, and he's not going to be on the offense. He's going to be fighting on the defense. Sui gets 3 seconds of time penalties. DRS open. Is Yoel going to be able to try and catch him, make a move? He's going to close. Hash is going to defend the outside, making it really tough for the Williams to do anything. Nothing that Yoel can do, and he's going to give him another nudge, showing how he feels about the incident. But he's going to give him one more. He's got DRS and overtake active, but it's just not enough to be able to close up and make a move. Back closer to the front here. Tex trying to make his way around the Aston Martin. Smith putting a little bit of pressure here on Jinnett, and Hash holding up with these older tires, holding up multiple cars, not holding up, but causing himself a bit of a train here against multiple cars, of which he all hopes can be dispatched of easily. DRS for Text. This should be a no big deal for Yoel. He's going to slip to the inside and get around the Ferrari, but the Ferrari's going to give him a little bit of hay through the first turn, but he has no choice but to let it go. Speaking of Haas, here is both of them now having to try and make their way past the Ferrari. Here comes one of them. It's going to be Will up the inside. Scavney trying to go around the outside of Bacon. Both of those moves are going to stick. That is great racing from the mid-pack here. Absolutely fantastic driving from everybody. Meanwhile, Super just doing his thing. Who's on down what's good. Ross makes a little bit of gap up here while Smith trying to make his way around. Meanwhile, this mid-pack is all stuffed together. Pretty much 14th through about 7th. There's about 7 or 8 cars here just lined up with 11 to go. And Rosie is actually losing time here. I looked up to see that Rosie's lost a couple of tenths of a second. Let's see how that develops as we advance through the latter stages of this Grand Prix. Meanwhile, Hash will be getting put under more pressure. This time it'll be Scavney on the soft compound tires, going to give him a nudge. Joker is chipping away at that 2 and some second lead that Matt Rosie's got. Chipping and chipping and chipping away. Gap's down to about 2-2. Scavney on the button trying to get past the Ferrari. DRS is open. Anybody looking to make moves? We might see Murph go for one on Jacko, but I wouldn't be so sure about it. Back up closer to the front. Tex still trying to find a way past the Aston Martin of rods. Look back, see if Hash is going to get any more pressure. Nothing that Scavney can do at the moment. Those tires are starting to show their age. A little bit of a squiggle there from Will. That's going to allow Hash to get up to the inside. Side by side through turn 7. And Hash is going to make himself an overtake as the traction control kicking in. English is not my strongest suit. However, it is one that I like to wear. Back up at the front, the gap's closing minusculely. It's not closing as it's probably not closing as much as Joker would like it to be closing. Jinnit manages to get around, or Smith manages to get around Jinnit. Jinnit gets himself his second 3-second penalty, so that is now 6 seconds of penalties. Will gets a 3 seconds of penalties. So let's keep the penalties up here instead. And it's Jinnit on the right side. Anybody looking to make moves? The clouds falling over. Murph trying to make his way around of Cake. Cake makes a slip, and that is going to be 13th place for the Ferrari. It is 8th and 13th at the moment for Ferrari. For McLaren, it is 1 and 5, 3-6 for Aston, 2-16 for Alfa Romeo, 4-14 for the Red Bulls. Williams sits 7-12, Haas 9 and 11. Don't think about that. And the Alpines sit 15 and 17. Gap's starting to open back up here, but the weather has become cloudy, and I think it might start raining. If it starts raining, oh boy, and I think it is coming down. It is coming down. It's raining. The rain is opening. This is about to get really interesting. The rain's starting to fall here in Portugal with less than 10 to go. just like Russia in real life, rain falling late. And a collective sigh of pain, a big groan of, oh my god, you've got to be kidding me, through the entire pack. As now they've got to adjust their strategy and adjust the way they drive these cars in the wet weather. Will anybody make their way onto intermediate tires anytime soon? I wouldn't expect any this lap to come in, unless they are not very familiar with the way that the weather works, or the way the tires work, which I wouldn't be surprised. Everybody seems to be staying out right now. It seems good. Smith and Jinnit going at it again. Jinnit running way off. Yellow flag, sector 2. Super has gone around in turn 8. My poor man's. Rosie's trying to keep the gap at 2 seconds. 7 to go. 7 more laps here in Portugal, coming to just 6. The track's starting to get a little bit wet. Sooner rather than later, DRS will be disabled. Should be probably around lap 28, 29. There will be, DRS will be disabled, and you won't be able to use it within a second. It'll just be pace to get around a driver. And by pace, I mean whoever makes the least mistakes. Does Rosie come in for intermediates? No. Joker does not. Wouldn't assume anybody would. Did Sui make the stop for the inners? No. Thought he did. So the rain coming down here in Portugal. Portugal, the man, to be specific, not the country, the man, the country, the country, the man. Here comes Robs trying to make a move down the inside, won't be able to make it. And now it is getting really dicey for these drivers, especially this back pack here. Yellow in sector 1, Cake has retired from the session. And intermediates is going to be the first to go around his bacon, and he has just won. And a perfect strategy, the safety car deployed. And every single driver is now a little bit relieved because they don't have to make a pit stop. Bacon is probably disappointed because he just made a pit stop when he really didn't need to. Sui is coming in. I would expect everybody in right now. The latest the safety car will come in is at the end of lap 31. Will be the guaranteed time of when the safety car will come in. And Joker speeds in the pit lane. No, you're kidding me. So now everybody's going to get onto the mediums, and it is a push to get past Joker. And they're holding him. No, they're not. Out will come everybody. So now we are going to get an interesting finish to one hell of a Grand Prix. Cake is putting his words up in the chat. We're going to see how he goes, or what he has to say about his incident. Yeah, he just lost control, it looks like. Just lost control and went into the wall outside of, probably on the exit of turn 1, might have caught the curb or something like that. But it will be 17th place, but possibly points for Cake whatever points he'll get for 17th. Should be good points. So while we lay under the safety car for the next at least lap or two, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Midwest F1's sponsors. And I know I've been forgetting to plug the sponsors, but I know it's important to, especially in D1. The first I want to thank, we'll get on board with Aston Martin here, because Aston Martin is also sponsored by Epos Audio. Now, Epos is the gaming, I guess, gaming brand of Sennheiser Audio, and I think it's, what is his name? Lucas Blakely, I think, the F1 esports guy, uses Epos headphones. He trusts them. We trust them here. I don't have any. I've got, what are these? Astro. I got Astros, but these are old. And I mean, if you're looking for a new headset, and your sky is, and the sky doesn't have to be the limit, but it doesn't have to be, if it doesn't have to be cheap, if you're willing to put down $200 for a headset, get an Epos headset. It is the damn best stuff in the business. The other sponsor we want to mention and thank is Raise Energy. Raise Energy is blasting across the country and now soon to be across the world, with international shipping coming soon. Raise has a very wide variety of flavors and can designs, and it's got a really interesting thing that I find very interesting when I was doing my own little personal research for this, and that was that it's got caffeine that is I guess like timed, so like it kicks in, like it's like delayed. So it kicks it, or it like some of it like kicks in over time. So you're not gonna have like a heavy crash. Like you'll like get on it, and then you'll slowly fall off of it. I think, I don't know. I've never had a can of Raise Energy. I feel bad because I have no experience with either of the products that I'm promoting, and I feel a little bit bad about it, but. Raise Energy is actually, as I said, soon, or I believe it's going to be soon or eventually, will be shipping to internationally. Eventually, not sure exactly when, but it will be shipping internationally. So if you live out in even Canada, Mexico, the UK, South America, mainland Europe, even out in Asia, you can get yourself a case of Raise Energy and help us a little bit, support Midwest F1 by getting yourself a case of Raise Energy and buying a pair of Epos headphones if you are in the market for either of those things. Thank you and good night. Green flag will be coming out at the end of this lap, and Matt Rosie can barely even wait. He's all over the back of the safety car. A couple more corners, Matt. Come on, hold yourself in, hold it in. You can do this. It is all rosy. Safety car is going to be coming in, so the field will stack up on the outside of turn 11. It'll be green, white, checkered. The first time these drivers, how did you do that, Super? The first time these drivers are on race conditions in the rain. It'll be stacked up on a safety car restart with 2 laps to go. It does not get any more interesting. Rosie backing the field up, looking to get as good of a jump he can. They're side by side for the first spot. So we await Rosie. And he's gone. Oh, he almost spins it. They're all trying to hold on. Rods loses a spot. Text almost loses it through the corner. Oh, and it crashed! It's a big crash between the third and second place drivers! And a huge off! A massive accident! And I know exactly what that was. I know exactly what it was. That should be a fucking indefinite ban. I don't know if that was an incident or not, but if it wasn't an incident, that should be a genuine indefinite ban. Joker leads. Yeah, that, I don't know if that was a fucking mistake or not, but if it was, I'm sorry. Call me James Hunt, but I'm sorry. I'm looking at that from not even a racer's perspective. That is disappointing. If that was intentional. I really hope it's not. I don't even know what to fucking say to that. So Rosie leads from Smith. Rosie's got 3 seconds. Yol has moved his way up into third. Hash holding on to second. However, not so easily, though, with his penalty. Jacko sits 6th. The white flag is out. One more lap here for Matt Rosie, and I really doubt this is the way that he would want to win this race, by having his only competitor be not intentionally, but taken out in an incident that Joker really had no control over. But it is going to be 1-2 for McLaren. Through turn 8, it's tricky enough in the dry. Hopefully everybody can make it work through here. Through turn 11 or 13. Rosie's played it perfectly. He had a lot on his hands in the first half, but he played it cool. He played it perfect. Matt Rosie tames the dry, tames the wet, tames Portimao, and wins the Portuguese Grand Prix. It is 1-2 for McLaren, and it will be 3rd place for Scavney in the Mercedes. An absolutely stellar drive. What a Grand Prix that has been put on. Bring it home 12th, my boy. Text brings it home 13th. Joker will bring it home 14th after a really disappointing end for both Text and Joker. I can guarantee you that Joker will be in the chat. It is a 1-2 for the McLarens. And a son of a bitch of a 1-2 at that. Rosie is your winner. So it is going to be Rosie, Pell, Scavney, Yole, Jacko, and a bunch of other motherfuckers, I don't know. Wow, that's a lot. What a race. And I know I was trying to explain what happened between Text and Rods, but of course Jinnit lost control of his Aston Martin and careened across the I guess off-track surface and had his and had it in. But what happened there was Text got loose off of the final turn, and Rods went to go pass him. But because he passed him before the start-finish line, it was deemed illegal overtake. So Rods went to get out to pull onto the brakes to let him back by, and there was some sort of miscommunication between the two of them, and they collided. And I feel that's a really, really big, incident. Just no blame, honestly, no blame there at all. I don't want to place blame on either of those incidents because that's just not fair. And I'm not saying anybody is at fault for any of the incidents that happened at the end of the race. I'm well aware of the fact that Jinnit just lost it in turn 1 and couldn't recover it, and the what's it called was just a substance of issue. Substance of the game, if you will. So that is that. Next week is going to be, I believe, we'll check the schedule just to be sure. Next week is going to be the Spanish Grand Prix, the last Grand Prix of February. And but before that, MidWest X GT Sport takes to Le Mans from the future. Vision Gran Turismo, LMP1, and GT3. I will be, maybe, if I remember to, streaming my perspective from the GT3, the Volkswagen GTI GT3, if I think is what I want to do. Unless I'll be running a different car, I'm not sure though. But we'll see, whatever. Thank you for tuning in to the Velocity Racing Network for Midwest F1 League's Division 1 Grand Prix of Portugal. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for Le Mans, and then next week for Spain. I'm not sure what division it'll be, but it'll either be 1 or 2. Thank you, and good night.